What is going on, everybody? Fascinating graveyard. Today, we're in Des Moines, Iowa at the Highland Memorial Garden Cemetery. Once again, I'm back here. I haven't been here for about maybe, I want to say 4 years or so. I've been in Des Moines for well over a week now, probably a week and 2 days. And I'm about to hit the road. I'm going north to Ames to do a couple videos there. But before I leave, this will be the last video I do in this town until I come back here, whenever that is. And we're gonna quickly visit the grave of one of the greatest drummers that has ever lived, drummed, been. And that, of course, is Joey Jordison. If you don't know who he is, he was the drummer of Slipknot for many, many years. He's actually the original drummer. He had left a band a few years ago due to some health problems that he was suffering from. And also, I come to visit his grave as a fan of his other band, Murderdolls. He's the guitarist from that group. And in my personal opinion, I'm a bigger fan of the Murderdolls than I am of Slipknot, but I like Slipknot too. And Joey Jordison, a very, very talented musician. I dare anybody to say that he is not the top 10 drummer of all time. This guy, other than drumming for Slipknot, he's worked with many, many bands. He's worked with Pussifer, OTEP, Marilyn Manson, Rob Zombie. I think Lars from Metallica had gotten sick during some concert overseas or something like that, and Joey had filled in for him for some of their sets or songs or what have you. This guy is immensely, immensely talented. And of course, the band Slipknot, which when it was formed here in Iowa, they used to call themselves the Pale Ones. And at the time, Joey Jordison was working at I think like a gas station or a Sinclair. I think he was like the graveyard manager, whatever you call it. And he liked working that job. He worked there for 2 years because that way it would leave open his day to practice or what have you. And then later he would link up with a couple other guys and form the group Slipknot. If you were around in 2000, you could not avoid their song Wait and Bleed. Just a crazy song. They played that song every day on the radio when I lived out in Las Vegas for a long, long, long time. And the Murderdolls was a collaboration between him and the singer guitarist from Frankenstein Drag Queens from Planet 13. His name was Wednesday. So they formed Murderdolls Wednesday 13. And him with 2 other guys. Love the Murderdolls. They're freaking awesome. Sadly, this guy right here, this is the grave of Joey Jordison. Try not to get my shadow in there. And as you can see, it's heavily decorated. And people have left guitar picks, drumsticks, all that stuff. Very well loved, very well missed. And one of his other bandmates, Paul Gray, from what I remember, Paul is buried on somewhere maybe a couple hundred yards down that way. But man, this guy was a freaking beast on the drums. When I think of great drummers, I think when I think of the best drummers, me personally, I think of Joey here. I think of, I forgot his name. What's that guy from Mars Volta? I think he's a black dude with dreads. He's a beast as well. To me personally, I feel that the drums is the most important part of the band, more so than the singer, more so than the guitarist. And it's truly a talent for somebody to be able to drum. Even to keep time, you got to be something. So this guy, he had started a band when he was in elementary school, and one of his little bandmates, he would play the drums, but he sucked. So Joey's like, yeah, move over, dude. because Joey was the guitarist. He's like, all right, get out of here. Let me show you how it's done. And man, when I heard he died, yeah, that sucked. Yeah, I love Murderdolls. I know people will, watch this video, they'll know more Slipknot, but man, go check out the Murderdolls. Like, if you like their style of music is like horror rock. It's like, get some punk music, like take a punk band, but actually give them some talent, and then that's the Murderdolls. So they're awesome band. All right, rest in peace to top 10 greatest drummer of all time, Nathan Jonas Jordison. From where Joey Jordison is buried is the grave of Paul Gray. He was the bassist of Slipknot. And when I came out to this cemetery about 3-4 years ago, I visited his grave, but I didn't do a video because I didn't have a channel like Fascinating Graveyard at the time where I can do that. Because I didn't want to start doing too many celebrity graves on my channel, because then it's just going to turn it into like celebrity graves. I just didn't want to do that. So Fascinating Graveyard, that's what the channel really was for. It's for like famous graves and interesting graves, stuff like the quick stories, stuff like that. And yeah, originally I think he was from Los Angeles, I want to say, don't quote me, but and then his family moved out to Des Moines, and he joined Slipknot and was an amazing bass player. I'm curious to see if later on down the road, if both members could be buried together. Because when I first came out here, I went to this grave and I thought that Joey was going to be buried next to him, but he's not. So I don't know if there's been the plots next to him, if they've already been bought by his family. So that'd be cool if later on, they could like have a designated cemetery, and then eventually, and hopefully that doesn't happen, anytime soon, that all the members and their families have like, even if their own cemetery or something. I don't know. I think that'd be awesome. Kind of like how the Allman Brothers over in Macon have it. Okay, so rest in peace to both Joey and Paul. I don't know if these guys are related. Same last name, they don't look alike, but who knows? Maybe. I just happened to see it as I was walking away. Okay, so like I said earlier in the video, I think Joey was top 10 drummer of all time. So I don't know, leave a comment below, tell me what you think. I don't know, tell me who your top 5 drummers are of all time. I don't know what's going on with that construction right there. I was here 3-4 years ago and that thing was still under construction. I don't know what the hell they're doing. Obviously they're not doing much because it still has a bunch of scaffolding around it. All right, guys, I'm hitting the road. I'll see you later. Peace out.